Hello, Debbie here. I am here for another video where today I'm going to be working on a diamond painting and just chit-chatting with you guys. And I'm going to be covering my diamond painting progress from the week, as well as just chit-chatting about life happenings around here. So grab something that you want to work on. If you want to work on a diamond painting or anything else, or if you want to treat this like a podcast, that works too. I'm going to turn you around and let's get started. Okay, I think that I am ready. I'm going to be working on Under the Influence by Brian Dean Rollison from Distracted by Diamonds, and here is what it looks like. I was hoping to do one of the ladies a month, but because I'm doing the 26 for 26, that is not going to happen. So I am going to do one of each lady when the wheel decides on, when the wheel picker chooses this one again. So I did use my random wheel picker for this one, and I was excited when it landed on it. So we're going to go ahead and get started. This one is very large, by the way. It is a 100 by 55 centimeter. So the 55 part's not bad, but the 100 is what will get you. I am going to take a while to get this one completed, especially if I'm just doing one of the large sections every time that I roll on it. So the next time that I will roll for another canvas will be once I get to the end of where my washi tape is, which is over on this side. So I'd be working on this one for a while. This may be the only one that I work on all week. It just depends. There is quite a bit of color blocking on the background. So once I get to that part, it will be a lot faster, I hope. But if not, that's fine too. I am really enjoying the 26 for 26. And if you are not familiar with that, I'm sure everyone is, but if you happen to be new and you're not familiar, this is where you work on 26 diamond paintings for the year 2026. And you don't have to finish them. The goal is to lay drills on all of your 26 diamond paintings. And that's what I've done. I have laid drills on all of them this year. So some are new, some have been around for a while, some have been around since last year. But I'm having so much fun with this because I don't know what I'm going to be working on next. And for some reason, that just makes me happy. And this is the third time that I have rolled, and I have been excited each time with my roll. So there's not any diamond paintings, or at least right now, that's in my 26 for 26 that I don't love working on. It just depends on how many that I get done, what I'm going to do going forward. But right now, I don't need to add to my 26. I have plenty. If I decide that I want to have a fast finish, that I need, a finish, then I will go ahead. I've got some snack size diamond paintings, and I'll go ahead and just stop what I'm doing, and I'll do one of those just so I can say I have a finish. And I might do that soon. I'm not exactly sure yet, but right now I'm okay with not having a completion. I also have a plethora of mini diamond paintings, and I can just grab one of those, not necessarily finish the entire kit of them, because some have 5, some have 12 or more, but I can at least see that I have one small one finished. So I might even do that too. But right now I am at a good steady pace, to be honest, with my 26 for 26. So how is everyone doing? Please let me know in the comments. I hope that everyone's okay. Hope you all had a nice weekend, and hopefully you have either some summer plans, or you just plan to stay at home and have a staycation and just do some things for yourself. I don't have children any longer in school, but I know that some of my friends do. And some are really excited that, their kids are getting out for the summer, and others are dreading it. So I was always excited when my kids were getting out of school for the summer, but I also was worried too, because For a long time, I worked full-time in a corporate environment, and so the kids had to go to summer camp, and it was a day summer camp, and they both loved it, especially Maddie, because they had a pool. She learned to swim in that pool, and she also became a lifeguard in that pool. And it was just really exciting that, and a coach. She became a coach for the young kids, the 4-year-olds, on their swim team. And so she just loved it, and I love watching her. She also learned how to roller skate, because they would go on roller skating adventures once a week, and she just loved it. That one for me, not so much. I was worried that she was going to fall and get hurt, and it was always more expensive. Paige never did learn how to roller skate. She had a buddy who actually was one of the teachers at the school. He was a coach, and he also drove the bus. And so he would be with her, hold her hand, and help her, and she could skate okay, but it just wasn't really her thing. But Madison absolutely loved it. So I do miss those days, and I miss even more whenever I was able to quit work at a corporate job and work for myself, basically from home, and I just taught at several different schools online. And that worked out too, but then I felt kind of bad because I had to work all the time, and it was hard for me to get off to be able to go and take the kids. But at that point, we were living in an HOA that had a pool, and so we go down to the pool 2 or 3 days a week. So there's always something to do. And so now Madison's working full-time as a nurse. Paige is at home helping me do some things. She has not gone back to work yet. And Madison also has her own baby. Really just starting to enjoy the summer. I am a college instructor. I do have to teach year-round, but in the summer, we all teach online. And it makes it really nice because I can go on vacation if I wanted to. I can do whatever, I need to do with my family, and I'm still working. So that makes it super nice. And it's been a little slow, which I am not complaining. We're already at midterm, which is kind of hard to believe. I also have my fall classes that just posted, and so I will be able to start on those also. So that will be something I need to start on in the next week or two. But right now, I am just enjoying some extra downtime. I've gotten quite a bit of diamond painting done now that I am back from Vegas, and I'm hoping you'll see some progress on several of my diamond paintings. I did make some changes to my goals because the 26 for 26 pretty much changed all of my goals for the most part. And so I decided that I'm not going to focus on completions. I'm just going to focus on getting drills down and making some progress. So as long as I can see progress at the end of the year, then I will definitely be very happy. I need to order some more multi-placers from Diamond Art Club because I'm using this one. I do not like it. I do not like how thick that the barrel is, and I'm having a hard time multi-placing with these really thick or wider multi-placers. I love Diamond Art Club's. Theirs is a little pricey, and I'm not going to pay $10 to ship just for that. So I'm waiting until some restocks come in that I would really like to have, or if maybe a new diamond painting comes in that I really want, then I'll go ahead and order some more multi-placers. And I could take it off my other pen, but I have it downstairs actually. I do have 3 or 4 of the Diamond Art Club multi-placers, so I could easily take them off another pen and put it on here, but I didn't do it. I had a meetup with the Georgia Diamond Painters, and so we met at the library, which we do once a month, and it was a lot of fun. Got to see some that haven't been there in a while, so that was nice. I will not be able to go for July, unfortunately. I would love to, but I will not be able to go because I am going to Scrapbook Expo with my best friend. We have gone to Expo for years and years, and it's really funny how things and our crafts have changed, because when we first went, we were scrapbooking and we took way too much stuff. I think we had to make a couple of trips back and forth from the car to get all of our things out and take it into the crafting room. And then each year we have gone less and less and less. And so I couldn't go last year because I went to the Virginia diamond painting retreat. And so she went by herself. It just went for one day. And she was just telling me some things that, you know, she purchased, and whatever she got for herself, she bought for me. So it's kind of like Christmas. I didn't know what I was paying for. And that was a lot of fun. But this year I am going to be able to go. We're going to do the same thing we've always done, is stay 2 nights close to the venue. And we rent a table, which is in their cropping room. And if you are a scrapbooker or a card maker, you know what crop means. And we just look at people and we just die laughing, because we have now gotten what we take in just a small bag, a very small bag. We can just take the bag in there. Sometimes we'll take a small rolling bag, so that way we don't have to carry it, because we always buy stuff. And it's really nice because we don't have that much when we leave. It's all together. We make one trip and we are good to go. But looking around, and if I can, I will try to get some footage of how much stuff that people bring in. I do not want to have any pictures of anybody in there. I would not do that for privacy. I wouldn't want someone to do that to me, so I sure wouldn't do that to anybody else. But if I can just get pictures of tables, just, you know, kind of far away with nobody around them, then you guys would not believe how much these people bring. They bring these wheeling carts, and some of them have wagons that they bring in, and it is just loaded to the top. And you're only there for 2 days. So I don't know how anybody plans on getting as much as they bring, even to a quarter of it, to be able to look at it and use. But they do. They can sometimes, some of them take 3 and 4 trips in these wagons from their car over to their table. I'm like, there is no way, not any way whatsoever, that these people can actually do all this. And we're in our little bags, and it is really, really nice. So 2 years ago, I took a diamond painting, and everyone loved it. They were all talking about it, and people would come up and talk to me about diamond painting, and so that was a lot of fun. So I don't know this year if I'm going to take a diamond painting or if I am going to work on some cards. I haven't made cards in a long time. I probably should, but I've just gotten to where I've kind of lost the joy in making cards, to be honest. We are taking it's not really a card class, but it's a card swap. So I've got to get in gear somehow, and I need to make 21 identical cards. I've kind of figured out what I want to do. I've gotten the paper. I just need to get started. So I may take some time this week or this weekend. If I can go ahead and get what I want for the main part of the card, then I can easily cut it out when I'm watching TV in my free time or whatever, because it's going to be a lot of cutting, I think. Which won't be that bad. It's just going to be a lot of cutting and a lot of stamping. And then once that's done, it'll be easy. But I need to try to focus and get that done. I might take a small diamond painting, like a snack size, or take some minis and just work on those. I don't know if I'd want to work on minis all weekend, though. After about 1 or 2, I get kind of bored with them. I love minis, but I can't do all minis at one time. I like to spread them out, too. But I might do that. I don't know, but I know I'm not taking a big diamond painting. I want something that's easily manageable. I don't want to have to take all the things with it. And the lighting is not the best in the craft room at Expo. So I probably will have to take a light pad if I take a diamond painting, and that's just more stuff to carry. So I don't know, but I will let you guys know if anybody's around Atlanta. I believe the date is July 19th, and the 20th. They do have a Thursday for a 3-day event if anybody wants to do that. We never do it, but we do stay in a hotel. We make a whole weekend out of it. Even though it's about an hour and a half from my house, we still make a weekend out of Scrapbook Expo. And if you're not familiar with Scrapbook Expo, they go around the country. They used to be extremely popular, and after COVID, they did not do it for a while, and so we were really disappointed. Then they started up again, but it's only in limited cities. It's not like it used to be. Stray drill there. It's a different color. So they also have vendors, and it's a lot of vendors. You can walk around, and they have a lot of things on display. You can buy stuff, and it's a lot of scrapbooking things, card making. They usually have a Diamond Dots booth, and I don't even go over there because I really don't. I've done one Diamond Dots, and it was a partial a long time ago, and honestly, I just wasn't a fan of Diamond Dots. And the master, they call master class for Diamond Dots, I would like to do that to say that I have done one, but I've heard so many negative comments about it that I just don't know if I want to spend that kind of money for diamond painting that is not worth that much. And sure, you get some extras, what they call extras. They already have the drills kitted up for you. Well, I enjoy kitting up, so that doesn't really, that's not a plus for me. I had a big Happy Meal day on Friday. There were several that I've been waiting on from February and March that came in, and it looked like I had spent, a lot of money in one time frame because they all came in at the same time. And my husband's like, there's another one, there's another one, there's another diamond painting on the porch. I'm like, man. And I told him, I said, I did not do all this at one time. It has been for since February, March. And so he just looked at me and shrugged. So now I've got to get those into my Gems Flow app. I am not putting anything on my shelves until it goes through Gems Flow. I'm not ever doing this again to where I have to go through and redo my whole Gems Flow because I didn't know what I put on there and what was missing, basically. So I need to get that done. I have spent quite a bit of time in my craft room and getting my craft room cleaned up. I'm really happy about that. So it's looking better. My husband is almost finished with our deck. He's got it screened in now, but he has to finish up the sides where there's not a screen yet because there was nothing to attach the screen to. And so he is working on that this upcoming weekend, and probably the next week or two we are going to be out there and not have to worry about bugs. We can stay out there if it's just raining a little bit, as long as it's not storming or it's not really windy, because it will come through the rain. And then I want to look for furniture to get it fixed up. We also have some lights that we're going to string, and so it's going to be really nice. I'm really looking forward to it. And I've been diamond painting on our table out there at night. And I even have a light pad hooked up now, so I'm able to see. I wish my light pad was wireless, but it's not. And until something happens to my light pad, I'm just going to have to keep it wired up, which is fine. But it would be nicer out there not to have to do that, because sometimes it's hard to see the cord, especially where I sit. But at least I have my light pad again, and it's fine until it starts to get, dark, dusky dark, and then I have a hard time seeing. Even with the light on, I have a hard time. So I definitely need to get my light pad out there. Probably go with one of my smaller ones and just keep it in the living room so that whenever I need it, I can just go and grab it and it's there. I don't have to worry about coming downstairs. That's another plus. We did not go to lunch on Saturday when I was at the library. Everybody had something to do. I had something to do, and so they ended up nobody going to lunch, but I would usually do. But we were there for a good 3 hours, and I did get 1.5 sections completed on Simon. So that one's definitely coming along. I just hope that I get to I think it's 20 by 30 that you have to complete in order to be eligible for any of the grand prizes. And I just want to say that I did it. Not necessarily win the grand prize, but that'd be nice too. But I just want to say that, I was able to complete it. I was able to compete. But that 5 days has messed me up. So I'm trying my best to get caught up. Is anybody doing summer with the Masters this year? I normally do. I have since the very beginning of Summer with the Masters. But I could have taken out the Last Supper. But I just decided that I don't want to be in very many events just because I'm trying my best to get some things knocked off here. On Sunday, I was busy with a project that was due on Monday, and I wanted to get quite a bit of it done on Sunday if I could. There's a lot of things on this project that I do about once every 6 weeks or so, and I can't do it until everything is completed on Sunday with other faculty. So I was going through, I thought, well, I can get most of it done. Probably I can go through and see what I can get done, so I'll have less to do on Monday, because it was a busier time on this project on Monday than it would have been on Sunday. So if I can just get a jump start, I will be doing really good. So I started working on it and just got everything out. I was going to sit outside and work on this, and then Madison called, wanted to know if I could come over for a little bit and watch Claire, that they needed to discuss a couple of things and it would just be easier. So I went over there and played with Claire, and I try to see her at least once a week. It had been like a week and a half, and I thought, I bet she doesn't remember me now. But she did. As soon as I walked in, she had a big smile on her face, and so we played. Unfortunately, I couldn't get in the floor with her. She is crawling like crazy now. I couldn't get in the floor with her because I have done something to my knee, and it really hurts to put a lot of pressure on it. I seem to be walking okay as long as I don't sit for a very long time, and then it starts to stiffen up. And I didn't want to hold her and move around just in case my knee decided to give way. So I told Madison, I said, I can come over, but I can't be carrying her around. The apartment, I'm going to have to just stay in one place. So she was on the couch for a little bit, and we were playing, and we were watching her favorite little series on YouTube, and that is Dancing Fruit. So we sat there and we watched Dancing Fruit for a little bit, and then Madison and Kyle were done with taking care of some things, and so Madison came out and she said, you want to see her crawl? And I told her that, I really wanted to see her because I hadn't seen her in a while, and when last time I saw her crawling, she was like military style. She was on her stomach crawling. So we went in her bedroom, and Claire was crawling like crazy. So she's got it down now. She knows what she's doing. She knows how to crawl. She's even sitting up completely by herself now, and it just amazes me. I mean, I have 2 kids. I know what my kids, did when they were little, but it's just not the same when it's your kids and then it's your grandchild. It is just, I do not know how to explain it, but it's not the same. So I was watching her and getting all excited, and so I played with her for a little bit, and she kept raising her arms, wanting me to pick her up. So I told Madison, I said, just put her in my lap. And so I sat in her rocking chair, and I thought, well, that's probably not a good idea because I probably will not be able to get up if I'm in this rocking chair. But it was all good. I was able to get up, and I'm not sure what I've done to my knee. I just woke up one day, and it was really bothering me. And I could be arthritis. I don't know. I've been walking on it more than I should. And that could have been it too. If it's not better, I'm going to have to go to the doctor. But I am taking a muscle relaxer, which it helps at night. I sleep. I can't take it during the day because I get so tired. It makes me very, very sleepy. So that is just not going to happen. I tried that one time and I slept all day pretty much. And then that night I was wide awake. I'm like, I don't know why I'm awake. Well, yeah, I do. I just didn't want to tell anybody that I was asleep because it just about knocked me out. It didn't do that for Paige. She took the same thing that I have. It didn't bother her a bit. But for me, it knocked me out, which I guess was a good thing because I really needed the rest, apparently. So that was Sunday, and then I'm going to go over this upcoming weekend because I am going to be going out of town again soon. And so I want to make sure I get to see her, and I want to spend some time with her anyway. So I'm going to do that. I'm off on Friday. The school is closed for Juneteenth, and I thought my husband would be off, but he is not. And then Madison said that we could, if I wanted to go to the mall, we could go to the mall, and she would drive on Friday because she's off on Friday. She's usually off on Fridays and sometimes Fridays and Mondays. It just depends. And that we could go to the mall because mine and my husband's anniversary is next week. And it will be our 15th wedding anniversary. And so we're going to go out someplace nice. And Madison said, "You're going to dress up?" And I said, "No, I don't think so. I don't think I'm going to dress up." So she started talking about it more. And she's like, "Why don't you just go and get a sundress? You know, something that's really casual, but it's still nice." So I told her I might do that. And that's when she mentioned going to the mall. Well, then she called me back about 10 minutes later. And she said, "I'm not going to be able to go to the mall with you." And we had just realized that she is off, but so is Claire. Claire's daycare is closed, and so we'd have to take Claire. And I said, "No, we don't want to do that because she gets really tired, and we don't want to have to worry about her." I have gotten a new microphone, and I need to play around with it for a little bit before I start to use it. So it may sound a little different, and I'm thinking, I know it has on my last couple of videos. I've had the same microphone since I started my channel, and that was 4 years ago. And I thought, well, I got a new phone, and unfortunately, my microphone, it is a wireless. It does not fit in my phone, and you can get a dongle that you can replace, and you can use it on your phone. Well, I've been wanting to get a new microphone anyway, but I thought, well, that one still works. It sounds really good. There's no point in worrying about it. But then I got this new phone, and since it won't fit, I thought, well, I'll just go ahead. I can get another piece for this one, or I can get a new microphone. Well, the microphone is no longer available, and the dongle that came with it is not either. So instead of trying to figure out what I need, and it wasn't a very expensive microphone at all, I've upgraded to another microphone. And I'm going to play around with it before I do my next video. And so hopefully that will sound really good. I'm trying to improve. I need to get some more lighting as well. Since I moved here, my lighting is not as good as it was at the other house. And so I need to try to get that too. I know what I need. I just need to take time to do it. And also, I don't want to spend the money right now. Hopefully, at least the sound will start to sound better. That would be definitely a plus. I have on my orders that I mentioned, when I said I had some orders come in, I also had a pressed and placed order. And that is the first time that I have used that company. So I'm looking forward to opening that one up and seeing what the actual symbols and their canvas is like, and of course the drills. I have a few videos that I am planning on loading in the near future. I was going to do one on this past Saturday, and I was going to do it for my 26 for 26, but honestly, I did not have enough material. After I did it, I realized that there's not really enough for me to have even enough content to even bother. So I didn't, but I plan on doing that this week. Make sure this one's right. Okay. I plan on doing that one this week, so hopefully you will see that soon. this one is, those are special drills. With this canvas, I'm having to number, let me get this over here, put the top on before I make a huge mess. I'm having to number my containers. I don't like to do that. That's not how I normally kit up or diamond paint, but these symbols are on the stickers are on one sheet, and they're very hard to pull off. I mean, I can cut them all and do all of that, but it's a lot of trouble. So on Distracted by Diamonds, I just number my containers. And I know a lot of people that do that all the time. They just use, because they only kit up 1 or 2 diamond paintings, and they just use the same container over and over. They just keep the numbers on there, and they just put the drills on in that container whenever they're done. And I just don't think I could do that. I mean, I do that with this one. I've gotten used to that with this. And I do keep my schematic handy so I know exactly the number that I need. But I don't think I could do this all the time. That just would not be something that I would find very enjoyable. And I also have to remember when I'm doing this that number 1 is not a number 1. Number 1 is, I'm not sure what number 1 is. I can tell you number 2 is number 31. So it's not in sequential order, and I'm fine with that too. I just have to remember, because I have put drills on and then thought, this doesn't look right. Well, of course it doesn't. I was looking at the number of the symbol, and I should have been looking at the number that was on the container. I am using different containers now that I had to buy some more for the 26 and 26, and some I like and some I don't. So I'm thinking about doing a video showcasing my favorites, and then the ones that I am not that crazy about, and tell you why. They all came from Amazon. I just want to try something different. It was a perfect time to try it when I'm going through this 26 and 26. And I have been asked the question of, what do I plan on doing next year? Do I plan on kitting up 27 more? Well, no, not if I still have a lot of these. Now, I might kit up 27 for 27, because I really did enjoy this. I don't have to worry about what I'm going to work on. It's already ready for me. But I am not going to kit up 27 diamond paintings in addition to what I already have. Right now, it's 26. So unless it comes down substantially, then I will have to wait and see. So long story short, or long answer short, I guess, is that I don't know what I'm going to do next year. It's still early. We still have half a year left. I still have some potential. I can get some of this done potentially, especially if I just do a large section and I know what section, how I want my sections to be. Then I think that that's going to work out for me fairly well anyway. Got Molly hair on here. Both of the animals are sound asleep. I have to take Molly on Tuesday to the vet. I think our appointment, it's late in the afternoon, so that's good. But she has to get 2 shots, and she already had the others. She had like 3 years on those. So she has to get 3 shots, or 2 or 3 shots, and then she has to just get her little annual that she normally gets, and they always weigh her, and then they ask me, is she's still eating? Is she eating better? Because Molly is very skinny for a collie. She weighs 45 pounds, and she is very skinny. You can feel her bones when you are petting her spine, and they were very concerned last year because she had lost more weight than she did the year before last, and so they did full blood workup on her, and everything was normal. I was so worried, and I tell you what, full blood workup for an animal is very costly, but I wanted to make sure that she was okay, and I was surprised that my husband did not complain when I told him how much it was. he was all for it too. And everything came back normal, which I'm ecstatic about that. But I can't figure out why that she is so skinny. I know that she was the runt of the litter, but usually they will even fill out in 2 to 3 years. And she is almost 6, and she's a beautiful dog. Very, very pretty. But she is just really, really bony. And it's very concerning. But they told me that I should give her some either dog food or puppy food or some cat food and see if that might entice her. Because there are days that she will go a day or two without eating. And she won't even eat a morsel. Nothing. And then there are other days that she will eat a full bowl. If she's not hungry, she's not going to eat. She's not the kind of dog that if you left her food out, she's going to eat it all and expect more. She eats when she wants it. And if she doesn't want it, she doesn't eat it. We don't give her table food, but I did make her some chicken and put some broth on it. She ate some of that, but I can't do that every day. But she likes the puppy food. Started out, when we had cat food, I gave her some cat food, gave her some of Abby's cat food, and she liked it. I was surprised, but she did. And so that helped her eat more. And then also the puppy food, I started doing that because it has more nutrients for what she wants, I think, than the cat food. And Abby's cat food is rather expensive, so I really don't want Molly to eat it. And Molly's food's not cheap either, but Abby wouldn't dare eat Molly's food. That's not going to happen. But Molly doesn't mind eating Abby's. It's a big difference between dogs and cats. Let's see. Oh, that's too far over. I am now one of the mods for Beach City Boutique. I mentioned that last week, and I did order one canvas from them. I'm really on a low buy right now, and I ordered one canvas from them. That's going to take a couple of months to come in probably, and then once that comes in, I will definitely show you guys. And then I did get 2 Mystical Dream Diamonds that came in this past weekend, and I have not done one of those. I need to unbox those on the channel, and then I usually like to lay drills down on new companies, but I don't know if I even have enough storage to do that. If they come in baggies, I can work off of a baggie just to do a small section and not kit up and not count that as a whip. I might do that. I don't know when that's going to be. It's not going to be this week because I already have everything planned for the week. But I'm really excited with the way that I'm going towards the channel, making just some minor changes and trying to get back on track. For the longest time, I did 3 videos every week without fail on the same time, the same day, and I've kind of gotten out of the habit of that. And then I went down to 2 videos, and it seems that 3 videos work better for me, for my channel. Not necessarily for me, but for the channel. It seems like 3 seems to work better, but I just don't know if I have enough content for 3. So let me know your feelings on that. And if you want me to make sure that I have all of my videos on specific days, I like Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and I really like to have them going out in the mornings, but there's a lot of times that I can't get them out until the afternoon because I do have to edit, and Mondays are a little crazy. And trying to do a whip and chat on the weekend, it is not easy. Just because of the fact that everybody's home and a lot of people are out and about. I just spilled some drills. I know better on this tray that I am using. I really do like it. It's Add More Zest, but it doesn't have high walls. And I shake the daylights out of my drills and forget, and my drills usually go flying on this. I haven't gotten a lot done, but I really don't have anything else to go over with you guys. Just wanted to give you an update on what I am doing with my diamond painting. And then I thought about doing a vlog next week, but we'll see. I don't know if I want to do a vlog or just keep working on Whip and Chats. But I am trying to make a few changes here and there. But anyway, I hope that you all have a nice rest of your week. And until next time, happy diamond painting. Bye.